My, my fiancée insisted her brother be my best man. He lost our $10,000 wedding rings the night before the ceremony. I said, accidents happen. Then I showed her dad the pawn shop receipt with her brother's signature on it. He wasn't just missing rings anymore. I, 29 male, was supposed to get married yesterday. Instead, I'm sitting here with a beer, my buddy Raj, and the most expensive lesson about in-laws I've ever learned. Luna, 27, and I dated for 3 years, engaged for 1. Everything seemed perfect until she dropped the bomb 4 months ago. Her brother Devin, 24, had to be my best man. Not asked, told. He's my only sibling. It would mean everything to him. I already had my best friend Raj lined up. We've been boys since middle school, but Luna cried. Her mom Connie called me selfish. Her dad Frank said I needed to think about family unity, so I caved. Told Raj he was demoted to groomsman. He took it well, said he understood family pressure. Should have been my first red flag. Even Raj knew something was off. Devin was a character, unemployed entrepreneur who always had $1 million idea that needed just a small investment, drove a leased BMW he couldn't afford, designer clothes but borrowed money for gas, you know the type. The bachelor party was a disaster. Devin insisted on planning it, took us to this high-end club, ordered bottle service, then forgot his wallet. The bill was $3,400. Guess who paid? Then he tried to get everyone to hit a casino because he felt lucky. We bailed. But the rings. Luna wanted specific bands from this boutique jeweler. Platinum custom engraving the works. Total cost $10,000. My entire bonus from work plus savings. Luna's ring alone was $7,000. Yesterday morning, wedding day 10 a.m. ceremony at 2 p.m. Devin was supposed to have the rings. Classic best man duty, right? He shows up at my hotel room at 10:15, face white. Bro, the rings. I can't find them. My stomach dropped. What do you mean? I had them last night in the little velvet box, but this morning gone. I've looked everywhere. Raj immediately started searching Devin's car. I called the bar we'd been at. Luna called me crying. Devin had told her whole family was in crisis mode. But here's the thing. I work in IT security that I noticed patterns, and Devin's story had holes. First, he was too specific about when he last saw them. 11:47 p.m. in the hotel safe. Nobody remembers that precisely unless they're creating an alibi. Second, he suggested we could just buy replacement bands for the ceremony and figure out the rest later. Who suggests replacing $10 rings like they're plastic toys? Third, and this was the kicker, he'd been asking about the ring's value 2 days ago. Damn, 10 grand. That's like serious money. Could probably get 5 grand easy from a pawn shop. While everyone panicked, I did something simple. I pulled up Google Maps and searched for pawn shops within 10 miles. Then I started calling. Fourth call? Yeah, we had a guy come in this morning with platinum wedding bands. Why? I drove there alone. Didn't tell anyone. The pawn shop owner showed me the rings, our initials engraved inside, our wedding date. The receipt had Devin's signature and driver's license photocopy. He'd pawned them for $4,500 at 8:30 a.m. I bought them back for $5,200. They add their profit immediately, scumbags. Took photos of everything. The receipt, the ID copy, the security footage they showed me of Devin haggling for more money. Drove back to the venue, found Luna in her dress crying with her bridesmaids. Baby, did you find them? Yeah, I found them. She hugged me. Where were they? At the pawn shop on Memorial Drive. Her face went from relief to confusion. What? How did they? Your brother pawned them this morning. Here's the receipt. The room went silent. Luna looked at the receipt. Her mom gasped. Her dad's face turned purple. This has to be a mistake, Luna said. They have security footage, his ID, his signature, but maybe someone stole them from him. And Luna, he pawned our wedding rings for gambling money. That's when Devin walked in, fake concern plastered on his face. Any luck finding them, Frank? Luna's dad stood up slowly. He's a big guy, construction contractor, hands like sledgehammers, you piece of hair. He showed Devin the receipt. Devin went white, then red, then started babbling. I was going to get them back. I just needed quick cash. This guy owes me money, and I thought I could double it. And Frank grabbed him by the collar. You stole from your sister's wedding. I was going to get them back before what, the ceremony in 3 hours. Update 1. The venue's bridal suite turned into Jerry Springer. Connie, Luna's mom, started wailing about how could you do this to your sister. Devin tried every excuse in the book. It was an investment opportunity. I was going to triple the money. You don't understand the pressure I'm under. I have debts you don't know about. That last one got Frank's attention. What debts? Turns out our boy Devin owed $30,000 to various people, including apparently some informal lenders who don't accept payment plans. Luna was destroyed, but not in the way I expected. She turned to me, mascara running. We can still have the wedding, right? You got the rings back. We can just move forward. I stared at her. Your brother stole our wedding rings to gamble, but you got them back and he's sick. He has a problem. We need to support him. Support him? He stole from us. He's family. And there it was, the word that apparently excused everything in Luna's world. You want to just pretend this didn't happen? I asked. I want to marry you today like we planned with your brother as my best man. She paused. Well, no, obviously not. Raj can do it. How generous. After your family forced me to demote him in the first place. That's not fair. Fair. Your brother, who you insisted be my best man, pawned our wedding rings on our wedding day. Her dad stepped in. Look, son, I get you're upset. We all are. But maybe we can. Did you know? I asked Frank. Know what about Devin's debts, his gambling? Frank looked away. That was answer enough. You all knew. You knew he had a problem and you still insisted he be my best man. You gave him access to $10,000 worth of jewelry. Connie piped up. We thought he was getting better. He promised he was done with all that. I laughed, actually laughed when he was planning my bachelor party at a casino. The room went quiet again. I turned to Luna. I need to talk to you. I went to an empty room. I laid it out. Your family knew your brother was a gambling addict and insisted he'd be part of our wedding. He stole from us, and you want to just continue like nothing happened. We can work through this, can we? What happens next time? There won't be a next time. There's always a next time. With addicts who don't get help, and your family enables him, that's not. Your dad knew, your mom knew, they all knew, and they said nothing. What else are they hiding? What else will they expect me to just work through because family? She started sobbing. Please, please don't do this. Nate, we have 200 guests coming. Then you better start making calls. I left. Went to find Raj, who was waiting in the lobby. We out, he asked. We out. Thank God that family's toxic as hell, bro. Update 2. I didn't go home. Went to Raj's place, turned off my phone for 3 hours. When I turned it back on, 73 missed calls. 156 texts, 28 voicemails. The texts range from Luna, please come back, we can fix this, to you're a coward for running, to I'll do anything, please just talk to me. Connie, you've humiliated our entire family. 200 guests are asking where you are. You're destroying my daughter. Frank, let's talk Manto, man. I'll handle Devon. Don't throw away 4 years over this. And my personal favorite from Devon are overreacting. Bro, I was going to pay you back with interest, but the most interesting messages were from Luna's cousins in ads. Apparently, this wasn't Devon's first rodeo. He stole $5,000 from his grandmother's funeral fund. He took out credit cards in his cousin's name. He sold his aunt's jewelry while house-sitting. Every time the family covered it up, paid it back, made excuses. Devon's having a hard time. Devon's getting help. Family sticks together. 3 days later, Luna showed up at my apartment. I'd been staying at Raj's but came back to get clothes. She had a key, was waiting inside. We need to talk. She looked rough, hair unwashed, eyes puffy, wearing sweats. I've been thinking, she started. You were right about some things. Devon needs real help. Professional help. Okay. And I understand why you were upset. Upset? Your brother stole our wedding rings. I know, but can't we move past this? Start fresh. We can have a smaller wedding. No Devon involved. Luna, it's not just about Devon. Then what? It's about the fact that you knew, your whole family knew he had problems, and you all put him in a position to steal from us. We didn't know he would. You suspected enough that your dad wasn't surprised. Your mom immediately went into excuse mode. Nobody was shocked, Luna. They were just disappointed he got caught. She was quiet for a minute. So that's it. 4 years just done. You want me to marry into a family that will always put enabling Devon over everything else? Today it's wedding rings. What's next? Our kids' college funds. That's not fair. Your cousin Amy doesn't think so. She told me about the credit cards. Luna went pale. Amy needs to mind her own business. See, even now you're more mad at Amy for telling the truth than Devon for identity theft. She started crying again. I love you too, but I can't marry you. Not with your family, not with how you handle Devon. I'll cut him off. No, you won't. And even if you did, your parents wouldn't, and you'd resent me for it. This is who your family is. She left after calling me every name in the book. Update 3, a week passed, I started moving on. Returned some wedding stuff, lost deposits on others. Raj helped me box up Luna's things, then got weird. First, Devon showed up at my work. Security called me down. Bro, we need to talk. No, we don't. Leave or I call the cops. You ruined my life. I ruined your life. You stole my wedding rings. I was going to pay you back, but you had to make it this big thing. Now my dad won't talk to me. Luna's depressed. My mom cries all day. Consequences. Weird how those work. You owe me. Security stepped in. Sir, you need to leave. I owe you for what? I lost my job because of you. Turns out Frank had employed Devon in his construction company. After the wedding fiasco, he fired him. Also kicked him out of the apartment Frank owned that Devon lived in Rentree. Your dad fired you because you're a thief, not because of me. If you just kept your mouth shut, leave now. He left, but not before keying my car in the parking garage. Cost $300 to fix. I filed a police report. Then came the social media campaign. Luna posted this long thing about how I abandoned her at the altar and couldn't handle family struggles and showed my true colors when things got tough. People who knew the real story called her out immediately, but some distant friends bought it. Whatever. But then Connie escalated. She called my mom. My mom's a retired teacher, sweetest woman alive. Connie told her I was mentally unstable and needed help and had violent tendencies that made Luna afraid for her safety. My mom called me panicked. I had to explain everything. Then my mom got pissed. Like pissed. She called Connie back and apparently went full mama bear. I don't know exactly what was said, but Connie never contacted anyone in my family again. The worst part, they tried to stick me with wedding bills. The venue, the catering, the flowers, about $35,000 total. Everything was in both our names, but they refused to pay their half. I got a lawyer, a good one. Turned out when Devin pawned those rings and I bought them back, I kept all the documentation. My lawyer sent a demand letter, pay half the wedding costs or we pursue criminal charges against Devin for theft, plus a civil suit for the full ring value and my car damage. Suddenly, Frank found the money real quick. Update 4. 2 months passed. I was doing okay. Therapy helped. Yeah, I went. Dealing with this crap was intense. Started dating casually, got a promotion at work. Life was moving forward. Then I got a call from Amy, Luna's cousin, who'd warned me about Devin. You need to know something, Amy. I'm done with all that. No, listen. Devin's in the hospital. Apparently those informal lenders he owed money to had come collecting. Broken arm, cracked ribs, concussion. He'd been trying to pay them off with money he was stealing from his new job at an electronics store. Got caught, got fired, couldn't pay, got beat. Why are you telling me this? Because Luna's been telling everyone it's your fault, that if you hadn't ruined the wedding and gotten him fired from Frank's company, he would have been able to pay them back. That's insane. Yeah, well, that's the story, and some of the family believes it. Of course they do. There's more. She's engaged. What? It's been 2 months. Yeah, to her ex Thomas, the one she dated before you. Apparently he was there for her after the wedding fell apart. I laughed. Actually laughed, let me guess. Thomas has money. His family owns 3 restaurants. Perfect. Hope he enjoys the in-laws. But Amy wasn't done. Frank's lost his business. What? Turns out Frank had been covering Devin's debts for years, mortgaged his business assets, took out loans, even couldn't pay the recent batch, and Frank had to pay for half the canceled wedding. It broke him. He couldn't make payroll, lost contracts, had to declare bankruptcy. Connie blames you for that too. Of course she does. I just thought you should know in case they try something. They did try something. Frank showed up at my apartment a week later, but not angry, Frank. Broken. Frank, he looked like he'd aged 10 years. I need to apologize. I let him in, gave him a beer. He sat on my couch and just crumbled. You were right about everything. We enabled him. We made excuses, and now I've lost everything trying to fix his mistakes, Frank. No, let me finish. I pushed you to make him best man. I knew he had problems. I thought if we included him, gave him responsibility, he'd step up. Instead, he destroyed my daughter's wedding and my family. Where's Devin now? Don't know. Don't care. He's dead to me. We sat in silence for a bit. Luna's engaged again, I said. He laughed bitterly. 3 weeks after meeting him again, shows up with a ring, probably worth more than yours. Connie's thrilled. I told Luna she's making a mistake, rebounding, but family sticks together. Yeah, except when it doesn't. Except when it costs you everything. Frank left after finishing his beer. I felt bad for him, but not bad enough to forget he'd enabled this mess for years. Final update. Got a call from a number I didn't recognize last week. Almost didn't answer. Hello, is this Marcus? Luna's voice. Yeah, my name's Marcus. Realized I never mentioned that. What do you want, Luna? I wanted to apologize. Bit late for that. I know, Thomas and we broke up. That was fast. He met my family, my full family. Devin showed up to our engagement party. Hi. Asking for money caused a scene. Tomas's parents were there. They told him if he married me, they'd cut him off. Smart people. I'm not calling to I know we're done. I just wanted to say you were right about everything. About Devin, about my family, about how we enable him. Okay, he's in jail now. What? Broke into our parents' house, stole mom's jewelry, dad's tools. They finally pressed charges. He's looking at 3 to 5 years. Good. Maybe he'll get help. Maybe. Mom still visits him every week, puts money in his commissary. Dad won't speak to either of them. That's their choice. I know. I'm sorry for everything. For insisting Devin be your best man. For not standing by you when he stole from us. For trying to guilt you into still marrying me. You deserved better. Yeah, I did. Are you happy? I am actually dating someone new. Someone with a normal family who doesn't steal wedding rings. She laughed, but it sounded sad. I'm glad. Really? You're a good guy, Marcus. I'm sorry I couldn't see what my family was doing to us. It is what it is. Yeah. Well, goodbye. Bye, Luna. That was it. The final conversation. Raj thinks I should have told her to screw off, but honestly, I just felt bad for her. She's stuck with that family forever. I got out. Oh, and the rings, I sold them. Used the money for a vacation. Went to Iceland with my new girlfriend, Jade. Her family's biggest drama is arguing about restaurant choices. It's refreshing as hell. Looking back, Devin stealing those rings was the best thing that could have happened. Showed me exactly who that family was before I legally bound myself to them. Sometimes the worst moments save you from even worse futures. To anyone dealing with toxic in-laws or a partner who enables family dysfunction, run. It doesn't get better, it gets worse. And when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Thanks for reading this novel. Felt good to get it all out. Edit. For everyone asking, yes, I got my $3,200 back for the car damage. My insurance went after Devin. Got a judgment against him. Will I ever see that money? Probably not, but it's on his record. Edit 2. Some people saying I was too harsh on Luna. Maybe. But when your partner picks their toxic family over your legitimate concerns about theft, that's a deal breaker. I wasn't asking her to disown them. Just acknowledge the problem and set boundaries. She couldn't even do that. Edit 3. Jade knows this whole story. She actually found this post. Hey babe, she says Devin did me a favor and she's right. Also, her dad wants to buy me a beer for dodging that bullet. Her family's amazing. Looking back, Devin stealing those rings was the best thing that could have happened. Showed me exactly who that family was before I legally bound myself to them. Sometimes the worst moments save you from even worse futures. To anyone dealing with toxic in-laws or a partner who enables family dysfunction, run. It doesn't get better, it gets worse. And when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Thanks for reading this novel. Felt good to get it all out. Edit. For everyone asking, yes, I got my $3,200 back for the car damage. My insurance went after Devin. Got a judgment against him. Will I ever see that money? Probably not, but it's on his record. Edit 2. Some people saying I was too harsh on Luna. Maybe. But when your partner picks their toxic family over your legitimate concerns about theft, that's a deal breaker. I wasn't asking her to disown them. Just acknowledge the problem and set boundaries. She couldn't even do that. Edit 3. Jade knows this whole story. She